Today we are going to be looking at my closets, 3 of my closets. So if you don't know what this channel is about, it's about my journey and trying to come out from underneath the clutter that I have found myself in. Hi. Welcome back to More Than Just a Mess. If this is your first time here, my name is Michelle. I am a mother of 3, a wife, and a full-time worker outside the home. And I just want to say welcome. Last time on my first video, we did focus on my desk area, which, as you can see, for those of you returning, I've pretty much maintained it. I'm so excited. And my other area was my table, my kitchen table area where we have our breakfasts and most of our meals, but that has stayed clean. I know we talked about my Cricut. I don't know how to use it, but I am proud to say I learned how to use it a little bit. So I'm excited about that. And I really want to say thank you to all of you who watched and commented and engaged and subscribed to the first video and to the channel. I'm super excited. That makes me feel happy and motivated to keep going. I do have a word of the year. It's intentional. So everything I do this year, all the people in my life, are going to be intentionally there. So I'm going to try and cut out the things that I don't need, cut out the things that clutter, whether it's spiritually, whether it's people, and especially the things that I don't need in my life. We're going to get rid of them. So with that said, intentional, I did make a calendar. I call it Feeding My Soul. So last month in January, because we are now February 1st, we did a vision board. It was nice, it was great, it was a small group of us. This month in February, we will be doing Galentine's night. I've invited my family, the women in my family, some very close friends, and we're gonna be doing chocolate candy boxes. Anyway, my closets, my party pantry, I have a party pantry and I have a food pantry. So the party pantry is just a cluttered mess. I can't even find anything. Most of it is bags from the grocery store that I keep forgetting to take to the grocery store when I get bags. So we have to get that cleaned out for me to know what I have in there, for me to be able to bring out the party trays. So that definitely has to be done. And then I have 2 hall closets. That one is a coat closet, which is not, like, there's coats in there, but there's so much more in there that needs to go. And then I do have a storage area where I used to keep games. I finally pulled the games out, put them outside. They're still not being used, so those may eventually end up in the donation pile. But it has to all be cleaned out so that I can put stuff in there that makes sense. That's about it. That's what I wanted to say. And thank you just for the love. I appreciate it. And I think we're ready to go. Okay, so in preparing for this task, this mess, I am going to get things ready. I'm opening this 6-foot table because I'll need to bring stuff out if I need to move things around. And I do have a black trash bag because I know I have a ton of plastic bags in there that I should probably put somewhere. So I'm preparing to tackle that mess. Okay, all right, let's go. All right, so first I'm going to tackle what's on the ground here, because I can't even get in there, as you can see. Next, if you can see this side, I have from cake plates to coffee carafes and stuff. I have plates. I have things to hold silverware and plastic forks. I'm going to be, oops, gotta throw those away. I'm gonna need to see how much of this kind of stuff from Galentine's last year that we did, how much stuff we have that I don't need to go out and buy. We haven't used these, but my husband loves these. I have a rice cooker. I don't really use a rice cooker for anything. I don't even know how to use it. So we're gonna go through this. Obviously, when things fall on the ground, like a cup or a fork, I gotta throw it away. So that's where I'm gonna start. Okay, so why do I need all these bags? Clearly, I forget to take them to the grocery store when I go grocery shopping, or even to buy other stuff that are not grocery. You can see I have reusable bags, those thicker bags that California said we have to have. Now they say no plastic bags. Now it's paper bags. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with all those bags, but my daughter just suggested I keep them in my car so that I don't forget. And even if I forget to take them in, bring my stuff out of the store and then fill them while I'm at the car instead. So that's a task. And start. How about we move these here, because I really want to move that table closer to us. I'll have to go through those to see which ones are still good, which ones can get tossed. Some are ripped, some are falling apart. I forgot I had this. This is a cooler bag from Costco. So I am going to bring things out, like I said, if it doesn't stay up there. So I'll have to look at things. So I will need a step stool because I'm not tall enough, obviously. Of course, things like these cups that we shouldn't use because they're open, I put in here for crafts. So put paint in there, let the kids play beer pong. The older kids, of course. But that's what I find myself saving, is I could do something with these cups. I need them for crafting. So I am actually gonna bring back a couple of those dross bags, and I'm gonna put things that I think for craft, because truly pouring paint in there is good. And plates that are open, stuff like that, I'm going to put them in bags, and then I will separate those away from all of the closed items. That way they kind of stay organized and I'm not just moving stuff not knowing what I'm going to do with it. Okay, so all these open cups. Cute bag. I did think of my daughter when I got this. She loves cats. So we're going to put like open paper plates and napkins and stuff like that in here. So as I find things for Galentine's Day, I'm going to hand them over to my daughter so she could put it on that 6-foot table that we have set up. That way I know what we have. So I had a party and I had Cracker Jacks for the kids for the class of 2029, and none of the kids knew what these were. I was shocked. So, but these are old and stale, so we're throwing this away. Now we have to decide what items I need for any parties that I would have coming up in the year. So I do like cake stands because you can put anything on them and it helps elevate the look of a table. So chances are I'm not going to get rid of anything up there, but I am going to take a peek. I probably will move because I do have some white cake stands up there that we used last year, and they're already laced with galentine's ribbon. We are going to change up the color scheme this year. So last year we did pink and red and white. This year we're going to do red and black as much as we can. Right now I'm going to, you know what, I'll start from the bottom. Now, I probably have 2 or 3 tamale pans, pots, and I also use them to make soup when I make a large amount. Do I need 3 or 4? Probably not. This I use for Christmas. I really like it. Holds desserts. And then these I use all the time, desserts. So I am going to keep these. And I don't know if you could tell, but this used to be black. And I had a party at church for New Year's or Christmas or something, and we spray painted it gold. I like it. I didn't do the bottom, but the top, it looked nice. So I'm keeping this too. I bought this glass set because I thought, oh, it's on sale, $7.99 at Costco. So I bought it, but I don't need glasses. So I did ask my daughter and my soon-to-be son-in-law if they wanted it. They said yes, so they are getting a new set of glasses. So these things I cannot get rid of because my husband loves these. And I do use my wok when I make chicken, so I'm going to leave those 2 pots there. And this, I don't know if you were able to see, but I do have a spot in between. Holy moly, that I have a hamper that has bags. Tons of bags. Reusable bags. This whole hamper has bags. I have a problem. I have a problem. Anyway, I'm going to stick this in there, and maybe the only bags I keep are the bags that will fit in that hamper. So I need to go through those. Who knows how old they are. Who knows if they're any good. But my goodness. Okay, that's why we're doing this, right? That's why we're doing this. I have 4 chafing dishes that we use all the time. So those are going to stay there. I just need to clean some of the stuff out, like because I didn't have an empty shelf, my nacho boats, and a whole bunch more of like cups for probably Jello shots, to be honest. Haven't had a Jello shot party in a while, but I'm going to check these out and see if they're any good. Oh, see, I just bought some charcuterie board sticks, and look, a whole brand new pack. So we need this for Galentine's. Maybe we'll glue some hearts on them or something. So that bottom is cleaned out. I pulled out that hamper with the trash bags. I do have my 4 chafing dishes here. And so now we're going to hit this next shelf. This, I think I'll use. Not sure. I mean, I used it for candy and stuff. I used it for different things, but I really like it. It is kind of ugly and plain, but I do like it. So I'm going to keep this. Truly, I don't know where this came from. I don't know if someone brought something and left it, but I probably won't use it because I don't usually use clear plastic. So I'm going to donate this. These I love. I served some stuff on this once and somebody started cutting with a knife. I had to yell at them, stop! I will keep this. I'm going to donate this because I don't really care for it. And I will keep this. I use these. I love these. These I have from Pampered Chef. I really like them because you can put fruit, vegetables, anything in these. So I'm going to keep these. So I bought this a long time ago. And what I thought we were going to do is like put cheese and lettuce and tomatoes. And what I find is it's too big. It's too big for me. So I've just been using it for storage. But the fact that I don't use it, I think I'm going to get rid of it. So I just don't have a lot of, like, it's too big. And these are just party picks that we will use throughout the year for parties. I should have had them for Christmas because they're kind of Christmassy colors, but I forgot they were in there. But I am going to keep these. And then I have some napkins. Really, truly, these napkins were bought not to use, but for crafts. So we're going to put these in the crafts. I was going to put them on plates and Mod Podge them on. So we'll see. This is a good one for Galentine's maybe. We'll see. If I don't do it, I'll get rid of them. And this is a cake stand. Super love it. I can put donuts or something, but I really like this one. I use it at Easter, so I'm going to keep this one. So this, I don't know if you could see it, but it's one of those warmers, that crock pot warmers that we just don't use anymore. So I'm going to get rid of it. Now I get a whole shelf back. Voila. This up here, I have 3 of each pictures. I had a bridal shower, a baby shower, like I put water on each table. I put fruit drinks or orange juice to make mimosas. So I anticipate having a lot of girl events this year. So I'm going to keep all of those pictures. They hold ice and fruit and stuff like that in there. So these I will keep. Up here I'm going to leave my cake plates and my dessert stands because they are seasonal. I don't use them all the time. This second shelf is probably going to be the pictures and stuff that I only use when we have large parties or we need lots of drinks. I will bring down like the salad bowls and stuff like that and the crock pots because those are what I use most. I don't want to be bringing in a stool to have to pull things down. So I'm going to hand this over to my daughter. I love this. It's old vintage. We use it. I use it when I take stuff to church. I have cutlery that we're going to move over here. So now if you were turned around, I just have a 3-tiered like cupcake stand. It's wooden, and I now have this up here and another basic craft, like 18 cups, and then I have my round desserts tray, and I also have this, and I keep saying I'm going to put salsa in there. Maybe if it was closer and not up here, I would use it. We'll have 3 kinds of salsas. My sister's going to be making salsa. I don't know what these are. I think they're for vegetables. My husband bought them. So maybe I'll put them in the kitchen because we do barbecue everything, or grill everything, should I say. You can see my plates up here. I'm going to be using those. I may use those, I may not. These I bought when we had our family reunion back in 2017. We made it look cute. It was a Mexican theme, but since I really don't use these, I never take out, when we do guacamole, we put it in a nice glass bowl. When we do salsa, it's in a nice glass bowl. So I don't need these. So there's 5. I'm gonna see if one of my siblings wants them. This I use a lot. These are for condiments. And the reality is I will probably never use this. It's cute, but I used to have a whole bunch. I think I'm gonna give that to my friend Cherokee. Wow. Oh, I gotta bring those other things back in. But maybe they could live on a shelf now. So I'm gonna put my soup pans back. And these here. Okay, so now I've got to pull some things back in because we took a lot of stuff out. I do have space, I'm so excited. All right, let's see what I got out there. Okay, so this needs to go back in because I love this. This needs to go back in. This needs to go back in. Okay, so let's put these back. Maybe this goes here. Hold on. I don't know that I want this. I don't think it belongs in here. I think because it's iridescent, I think it's more decorative. So we're gonna put that back out. And as you can see here, I have more bags and my aprons that we use like when we do cookies or when we do tamales or we do other stuff. I gotta see what's in there because it looks like party stuff. So I'm just gonna set these here. Okay. What about these? Where am I going to put these? I feel like these should not be in there. I think these should be in my charcuterie drawer. We could try it. We can move those. Whew. All right, let's look and see what's in here. More bags. I'm a bag lady, I'm a bag lady. These are bags. My daughter loves Stranger Things and I can't get rid of this. Maybe she'll use it now that they're back out again. I'll see what she says. So I'm gonna go through these bags. Anybody want bags? Come and see me. Well, look, all this space. Okay, so let's see what's in this one. These are like balloon stands. So I'm gonna I do have a kind of space for them. They belong in the laundry room underneath a cabinet, but I don't know that I have space for these. So that is it does not belong in here, it belongs in there. So that's another day, but I am gonna put it, maybe hang it in there so that it's right in my face. But I've had this thing for a long time. Use it for this upcoming party or donate it, that's what I say. But if you can see in here, I have this like vacuum system in my house When we bought it, it has you plug it into the wall and vacuum the house. We don't use it because I don't know that it really works that well. So it probably needs maintenance, but it came, I think our house was built in like 87 or 88. And that was the thing. Everybody had these vacuums in there. So I am going to go through those bags, do what my daughter suggested. She said, put a set of bags within a reusable bag and maybe just the reusables and put them in my husband's car, my car, her car, and the car that we use to drive my daughter to school, so that any car we drive, we have bags and we won't have to get more bags, okay? All right, I think the party pantry is, with the exception of the bags, I think I'm happy with this. Whew. I know, what, an hour and a half? Why can't I do that? Why can't I dedicate an hour and a half, 2 hours to getting stuff done? If you weren't here, I probably would stop. I'd make something to eat. I'd get a little tired. I'd go sit on my phone. I'd go through social media. I probably would watch some stupid program on Netflix, because we're here being held accountable, getting stuff done. Now, my intent was to do 3 closets. I don't know that we can get to another closet. I know you're probably saying, just do it, just do it. I'm not sure.
We could do like a part 2.
We'll do a part 2. Those other closets, they're a mess. They're a mess. Okay, so that I did not expect to take so long. So first, thank you again for being here with me through this journey. Thank you for allowing me to just work through everything. I know that we plan to do 3 closets. So this one, I thought, let's just get through that closet first, because I know there's a lot of bags. That's going to be easy. But as you can see, and while we were filming, there was a lot more than just bags in there. Now, the first video, I felt, I don't want to donate this. I don't want to get rid of it. But I feel like this time, it was much easier to hand to my daughter and say, we're getting rid of this. I can offer it to my sister. I can donate this. I felt better. I felt better. It felt easier to do that. I do have a lot of homework. I've got to get rid of these bags. I've got to go through some of the ones that are bad, throw them out, keep the ones that are good, organize them into the different cars. I do have my donation box. I don't have a lot of trash, which is surprising. And the other one was needs a home. Everything went back in that needed a home. I do have my little salsa bowls that I can put on my counter, so I remember that it's there. I can use it at dinner tonight. Maybe you can come back for part 2. I do need to get to those other closets. Again, one is a coat closet that has a bunch of stuff in there, blankets, pillows. The other one is where I would keep like family pictures and games and some Christmas stuff. But all of that could probably come out. I have a lot of photos in there. I don't have a lot of photos displayed in my home, so maybe I can pull some of those out and display them. Also, I have my Galentine's Girls' Night in a couple of weeks. So although we did not show my dining room or my living room, those are the 2 spaces that I need to decorate. And if you go back to the first video of that table, that is what my dining room table looks like right now. There's still Christmas stuff in there. There's still stuff from when in January, we did the vision boards. I have not put that stuff away. I brought out Valentine's stuff without clearing it. So that's a problem. I do want you to come with me on that journey because it's so much more fun to decorate than it is to put stuff away. So I do want to have some fun stuff. Maybe you can help me decide where things go. I think I'm pretty good at decorating for parties, but I could always use the tips, always use your input. So part 2, the 2 other closets will come out hopefully next week, and the Galentine's decorating and event maybe together. So again, thank you for being here. If you have not subscribed, please subscribe. Give me a like. I would love to hear your feedback, love to hear your suggestions, and love your encouragement. And I just want to say praise and glory to God for this YouTube channel. Thank you again to my daughter who is filming, editing, posting. She's just great. Without her, this wouldn't be happening. So thank you. I love you. So again, I'd like to thank you if this is your first time here, if you're back for a second time, and you find yourself a bag lady like me, or you find yourself in a cluttered mess, or maybe tomorrow you wake up and realize you're just like me, or you're experiencing the same thing that I'm experiencing, that you give yourself some grace and realize that you, just like me, are more than just a mess.